In northern Argentina, deep within the Iberá wetlands, night falls. The riverbanks grow desolate, sounds shift, and the air grows heavy. And right in the midst of that darkness, without noticing a thing, without hearing a sound, something moves. It moves forward without leaving a single ripple on the water's surface. It approaches and it strikes. You're seeing it right now. Much has been said about the jaguar. Powerful, fast, dangerous, but these words don't do this animal justice. Because the jaguar isn't just powerful, it possesses a strategic power. It isn't just fast, it also has perfect timing. And that distinction is what sets it apart from all other big cats. We're talking about Argentina's most powerful animal. When you look at a jaguar's skeleton, the first thing that catches your eye is its shoulder structure. It's incredibly wide and dense relative to its size. Muscle distribution is concentrated in the forequarters, with the biting muscles protruding distinctly on either side of the skull. When biologists examine this structure, what emerges is surprising. A jaguar's jaw. Muscles are far denser and operate far more efficiently than those of any other cat of the same size. It generates more force with less energy. And this efficiency is this animal's least discussed, yet most critical trait. To put it in concrete terms, a jaguar's bite force is equivalent to approximately 150 atmospheres of pressure per square meter. That figure might seem abstract, so think of it this way. The caiman, or Amazonian caiman, is one of the animals on this continent with the thickest, most armored skin. The force required to penetrate that armor is incredibly high. The jaguar doesn't bother trying to pierce that armor. It targets the skull directly and finishes the job in a single strike. A lion can't do that. A tiger can't do that. Because they target the throat, they can't do it any other way. The jaguar, however, thinks differently. This choice isn't random. It's a genetic legacy passed down from its ancestors. And behind this legacy lies something much deeper. The jaguar is the only big cat that isn't afraid of water. While most big cats avoid water, the jaguar practically becomes one with it. Rivers, swamps, and lakes are practically its second home. These places aren't obstacles for it, they're hunting grounds. It glides silently through the water, moving almost unseen. As it approaches its prey, not a single ripple forms on the water's surface. And then, a sudden burst. The jaguar leaps out of the water to catch fish or turtles. Being one of the few big cats capable of hunting in water sets it apart from the rest. This ability gives it an unmatched advantage, because prey isn't just on land, it can be anywhere. For the jaguar, water is more than just a means of survival, it's a realm of power. It embodies concepts like silence, speed, and deadly precision. And when all these combine with water, nature's most flawless predator emerges. It swims effortlessly in the Parana River, the Amazon tributaries, and the Iberá wetlands. But it doesn't do this just to get by. It hunts from beneath the water. When descending directly onto a caiman, it approaches not from the water's surface, but from beneath it. No other predator can or would do this. Because this is an extremely challenging strategy both physically and mentally. But for the jaguar, this is just another ordinary hunting night. To understand the jaguar's hunting style, you first need to know this. This animal can hunt 87 different species, from fish to turtles, from caimans to deer. No other big cat has such a wide range of prey. And this diversity is no coincidence. It's a testament to its adaptability. The jaguar develops a different strategy for each prey and recalibrates itself to suit every environment. Think of the turtle. Its shellet's home as one of the hardest armors ever created. For most predators, that shell is an impenetrable wall. For the jaguar, however, it's simply a matter of angle. It finds the shell's weakest point, positions its jaws precisely there, and bites down. In a single move, this isn't a display of strength, it's geometry. This is about solving its prey, not just physically, but mentally as well. And this mental capacity is what truly makes the jaguar fascinating. While we humans try to develop and calculate things through geometric and mechanical calculations, this animal, thanks to its genetic heritage, doesn't do any of that. Because all those complex mathematical calculations are hidden in its eyes, even in its gaze. These gazes work with millimeter precision, much like laser measuring devices. Research shows that jaguars retain specific hunting routes in their memory. They learn which riverbanks are more productive at what time, where certain prey are located in which seasons, and position themselves accordingly. A jaguar can live in the same area for years and memorize every centimeter, every rhythm, and every pattern of that region. This is a learned behavior, and this capacity for learning elevates it beyond being merely an instinct-driven machine. It plans every move with the precision of a hitman like John Wick, and tracks its prey with the keen eye of a detective. But here's the real issue. The jaguar has night vision. A reflective layer in its retina, called the tapetum lucidum, reuses incoming light. This means it can see much more than a human eye can with the same amount of light. In a dark forest, on a cloudy night, or in a swamp where even moonlight barely reaches, the jaguar sees clearly. And it doesn't just see. Thanks to its deep-seated vibration receptors, it can sense even the slightest tremor on the ground. It can feel the footsteps of an animal 50 meters away through the earth. Now picture this scene. Midnight, a desolate riverbank. The caiman is resting by the water's edge. It seems like there's nothing around, but the jaguar is already there. It's been waiting motionless for perhaps 10 minutes. It knows exactly where the caiman is, which side is weaker, and calculates when to move. And then it dives beneath the water. Silently, the caiman doesn't notice. It can't, because the danger isn't coming from above it, coming from directly below. For this moment, I want to ask you this. Do you think the jaguar is superior or the caiman? Write your thoughts in the comments, because the answer to this question is far more complex than you might think. Another lesser-known trait of the jaguar is its territorial intelligence. A male jaguar can control an area of 80 to 90 square kilometers. It marks the boundaries of this territory with scents left on tree bark and the ground. And these markings are not just messages to rivals, they are also a hunting map. The jaguar knows when and where prey is available and in what amount. It manages its territory not just to defend it, but to optimize it. And when this optimization combines with its physical power, something very rare emerges. A hunter that is both strategic and physically perfect. Now return to the body of the jaguar. This time look from a different angle. The first thing to notice when a jaguar walks on the ground is its claws. Unlike other big cats, a jaguar can partially retract its claws, but not completely. These semi-retracted claws provide a constant light grip on the ground, while climbing, swimming, or hunting. In every situation, those claws are active. And this structure gives the jaguar incredible control, not only on land, but also in trees. It can carry a medium-sized deer up a tree. It can pull a load close to its own body weight up a vertical surface on its own. Think about that. Moving on a vertical surface with a load close to its own weight, the jaguar's coat pattern also tells us a lot about this animal. The black ring shapes on its yellow fur, known as rosettes, are unique to each jaguar, just like human fingerprints. But the main function of this pattern is not aesthetic. Under the filtered sunlight of the Amazon, among dense vegetation, this pattern creates perfect camouflage. In a forest where light and shadow blend together, the jaguar becomes almost invisible. And this invisibility is its most powerful weapon. But if you really want to understand the jaguar, you need to look at what it means for this continent. The jaguar plays a regulatory role in the ecosystem. It keeps prey populations in balance, prevents certain species from overpopulating, and controls the flow of the food chain. Research shows that in areas without jaguars, the ecosystem loses its balance. Some species multiply uncontrollably, and vegetation gets damaged. So this animal does more than just hunt. It keeps its environment standing, without even realizing it, just by existing. And this brings us to the heaviest part of the jaguar's story at one time. The jaguar lived in almost every corner of Argentina, from north to south, from east to west. But habitat loss and human pressure have pushed this animal into smaller and smaller areas. Today, the estimated jaguar population in Argentina is between 200 and 300 individuals. Think about that. In an entire country, across such a vast geography, only 200 to 300 individuals. This is both a story of loss and a story of resistance, because the jaguar is still here, in Iberá, in Chaco, in Misiones, quietly, unseen, but continuing to exist with determination. Now bring everything together. 87 different prey species, a bite force strong enough to pierce skulls, a hunting strategy that works underwater, perfect vision in the darkness of night, a territorial memory that spans hundreds of square kilometers, the ability to carry loads close to its own weight up into trees, and behind all of this, a perfect system where every trait supports another. The most powerful animal in Argentina is the jaguar. But even that sentence falls short, because the jaguar is not just a powerful animal, it is an invisible but essential force that holds the balance of this continent. And that force still exists today in the forests, rivers, and dark nights of Argentina. Quietly, patiently, and without giving up on anything. If this video caught your interest, do not forget to like and subscribe. If you are curious about which country and animal I will cover next, keep your notifications on. See you next time.